Hello everyone, my name is the Mad Scorpion, and welcome to another This Week in Destiny update for February the 27th. February is almost over and almost into March. And speaking of almost into, we are almost into Act 2 of Heresy, and as become constant with the acts and the episodes, that we are getting another dev stream revealing some of the new stuff that will be coming. They do detail it, basically in-depth look at Act 2. The dev team will talk you through the new activity gear and rewards you can look forward to when Act 2 launches on March 11th. But I'm not gonna lie, just thinking about it, we were given two exotic weapons, the Lodestar and the Barrow Dyad, and we're also given a teaser about another weapon possibly coming this season, but that is supposedly a pre-order bonus for Apollo and whatever is up and coming, whatever code name, what you call it. But at that same respect, aside from random rolled weapons, which there could be good ones, don't get me wrong, but aside from more legendary weapons, what else is there that we can earn that isn't like a ghost shell from the season, a ship from the season, or other things? Because Barrow Dyad was available week 2 of Act 1, and Lodestar is already there. So aside from maybe the Lodestar Catalyst and the next 50 tiers, I'm not sure there's any rewards to find at all. But of course, we'll just have to wait and see. And we'll also be getting a preview of Act 3, so that's something I guess worth keeping an eye out for. And as well, per the usual, there is this emblem if you so wish to get from just viewing the dev stream as a total. Now, there is Moments of Triumph, which, if you don't know, basically Moments of Triumph is a end-of-year sort of event thing that usually happens with every Destiny year, and it kind of looks back at some of the most recent year's challenges, or I should say triumphs, as Moments of Triumphs, and basically says, hey, here's some stuff you can do if you wish to get this sort of things. And in the end, it's got a lot of pretty cool armor that typically comes with it. If you've ever seen the glowing armor, that is where this all comes from. Although it says that's Solstice. I get it mixed up sometimes between Solstice and Moments of Triumph. Regardless, there is some nifty stuff you can get from Moments of Triumph, including a lot of real-life Bungee rewards in case you wish to participate. Some of the stuff they show is the unique Moments of Triumph shirt that they release every year that can be tagged with your own custom name tag, as well as a patch and a pin added to the list, as well as the Techno Protection Ghost Shell, which I guess this is something coming out with the Moments of Triumph, as well as the Flag Bearer Sparrow, which I don't know if it's just me, but looking at these, I get the sense these are supposed to be Assassin's Creed Shadow themed, which I don't know if you heard about more recent controversy regarding Assassin's Creed Shadows, but that's something I wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole if I was any other game developers. Regardless, Trials of Osiris is of course back tomorrow, and there is changes to how you can earn your adept weapons nowadays. It's a lot easier. You don't have to go flawless. You essentially just need to get 7 wins in a lot of ways. And there are alternate methods of getting, prestige rewards in trials. As well, there is some changes to the Trials passage itself if you want to read the last PvP article, and some changes. As well, next Friday, March 7th, will also be the start of a fun Trials weekend as first crack adept of the new sniper rifle, Keen Thistle. Adept with Lone Wolf and closing time, blah blah blah, reasons to get this sniper for PvP reasons. As a part of that, there is also 2v2 Clash next week, which is more duo team deathmatch, in case you're just looking for some quick and solid comp. But then there is the Sundered Doctrine Showmatch, which is basically just, I forget if it's a speed run competition or just, them seeing how many people can do it in this amount of time. Although given 2 hours, I assume it's, it's speed run. Regardless, there's many teams versus various companies. I guess they have a... I guess when they're looking at a final run, they're trying to get the best speed run. Regardless, there is many names of many different countries and regions that people are participating from. So if you wish to support any of those associated content creators and or content creators as well, there is the various final run times. Now, there is also participating teams that will have the Osmium Air emblems to give away, so if you wish to get this emblem, which I forget where from initially, I think it was Sundered Doctrine, maybe, I don't know. But regardless, there is also D2 Fashion Favorites, as they've mentioned in the past many weeks. This is some of the stuff they found a little bit enticing in terms of D2 Fashion, so if you wish to see what they picked, there is links for that. Now into the main thing of the player support report. Now, 8.2.0.2 went live, implemented fixes for trials and solo matchmaking, Sundered Doctrine, and some weird things, as well as abilities and weapons that were a little bit glitched. There was the patch notes here, but I also had my own video on it that I just released last Tuesday. So if you wish to visit that and see the patch notes, I do have a video for you to simplify it. There is also the known issues list, where starting off, we have when speaking to a vendor, you can hear ambient dialogue. Yeah, that's a bit annoying. Ionic Sentry can sometimes not chain lightning to enemies. Steps 6 and 9 of the Drowning Labyrinth quest aren't able to be completed by some players. sounds awfully familiar to Vesper's host. Due to this quest being a fix between character scoped and account scoped, if you have an alternate character and make progress on the quest, you need to play on the character to get back into the correct research paper level for your main character. Extra charges for the Radiant Dance Machines do not persist when transitioning into new areas. A triumph in the Guardian rank 10 does not unlock when completing a Grandmaster Nightfall. Iron Banner's weekly challenge references stasis, but it should be Strand. Sometimes the derealized exotic mission, the Taken Relic, can drop below the surface during the Virsik encounter. When damaging Shrieker bosses in the Sundered Doctrine dungeon, players receive critical damage when it's just normal damage. When tracking Ikora's Labyrinth quests, completions of certain steps may stop progress on the next steps. Sometimes the Tone of Want, a primer quest, does not progress after meeting step 3 and 4 requirements, and memento shaders can be previewed in the armor management screen. It is not intended as they are not being considered for armor use, although I heard some people that were super excited and liked the way mementos looked on armor. So maybe just make them a shader specific, or a armor shader specific thing. Don't even relate them to mementos, mayhaps. And then for some art of the week, we have a very disrespectful but well-made creation of the first spear dunking Eris's Hivor directly over her. A bit disrespectful but well-made. As well as another movie of the week. But aside from that, there is the end of the This Week in Destiny. Per the usual, at this point, there isn't many real things to look up for, because the season itself has been unfolding slowly, if faster than usual nowadays. However, at the same time, there isn't much they can say that wouldn't be spoiler territory. Of course, they will tell us more in the dev stream as a whole of up-and-coming info. However, for some reason, per the usual, Bungee is staying close to the chest regarding anything in terms of Codename Frontiers. All we know in total is what a few Eververse concept arts are looking like for a Sparrow and Verity's Brow. Which, if you've seen any of my prior videos, I don't think it's exactly a good mood, and it's getting old that we know next to nothing about Codename Frontiers, aside from some of the core gameplay changes that, in the end, aren't even related to the next DLC. That's all the stuff that affects all the people that also don't own the DLC. Aside from my usual rant about Codename Frontiers being codenames, that is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed, or at least found this informative, and I will see you all in the next video.